this is what we're going to do.
No.
And then how did you feel about that when you realized it was going to be a lesbian love story?
Well, it had been discussed for several years. Initially with when Claire Levine was writing fabulous writer, with Maureen Garrett and myself doing the Children's Hour, and that was like 5 or 6 years before, maybe even longer. So that was like not going to happen. I think a lot of what came about with Italia happened because they knew we were going off. But no, we were sat down individually and we were spoken to, and asked them, what would you, how would you feel about this? And I know that I was extremely excited, and I remember saying to her, they're going to let you tell these storylines. And she's like, yep. So, and then the same with Jesse. And yeah, I mean, there was never any hesitation about that. It was really, you walk out of meetings like that, and any meeting where some producer's pitching you something and you go, well, we'll see, if it's even going to happen. And then you kind of go along, and it's sort of like, we'll see how this thing rolls out. And, at the end, I was really, really proud of the story, and proud of them and how they handled it. What they got away with, because I know they worked hard to work around some people.
Hi, Crystal. I know you worked with Sanford Meisner, and I was wondering, what are the lessons that you learned from him that you then used later on in your career, that you still use today in your performances?
He taught me that I could do it. That was probably the biggest lesson. And it's people always say, know what you can do and be confident in what you can do. But sometimes it takes a mentor. It takes somebody else. It takes working hard. But he was the kind of teacher who most people were deathly afraid of him because he was just so honest. So most of the time, you got the hard truth, and that was really all. You just sort of nodded and went and sat back down and prayed for the poor soul who was up after you. I mean, that was the class. But I had one of those real moments as an actor in an exercise, and he got up on stage with his cane and looked at the rest of the class and said, "She is capable of being a great actress." And I'm not up here. What I'm trying to say is that it took that moment for me to really believe that I could do it.
So you think that honesty sort of, I'm sure it was brutal, I've heard stories about him, but
I said some not so nice things. Pointing out the highlights.
do you think that honesty really forced you to see parts of your performance
You
that
have to be
made you learn?
honest. At one point he called me impenetrable, and that I wasn't letting things in as an actor, and he was right. So, it made me work harder to try and open up and be honest.
You wouldn't let you phone it in, in other words.
Oh, not anybody phoning in. He wouldn't show up if he had a class of people who were phoning it in. No, it was honest, and you need that. He would just happen to be older and more rusted than most people. So that's fine. The universe brought me to him for that's what I needed. And often, whenever I ask, Scott to sign, please don't be subtle, just hit me on the head or something. Because that's kind of the way I need to be taught. Just hit me on the head. I'll get it.
Okay, excuse the voice.